Yo everyone, it's Darmin and welcome to my Q&A. This is the answer portion. I'm ready. I got my water. It's gonna be stream mode Darmin. I'm kind of just really calm right now. It's almost 11 o'clock. I keep tapping my ring on the freaking desk. I got music in the background. It's free songs to use. I'm basically just putting that on shuffle, so hopefully it's quiet enough for you. It may not fit everyone's taste, so hopefully I just keep talking and you don't. It's just like background fodder. Just listen to me. Let's go knock some of these questions out. I got 129 of them. I have been following them, so I'll tell you right now, I will answer almost all of them. Some of them are inappropriate, which I'm free speech. I can't tell you not to ask me, but I can choose not to answer them. And some are just a little too far, and like I said, you ask the questions, I will make the line. Everything pretty much is off limits. Anything just wild and out there, but some things got a little too personal. Let's do this. First, which he was first. I get a lot of comments that say first, and they're not really first, but he did it. What phone do you use to record? I use an iPhone 7 Plus. I got a lovely, case. I don't know, I was gonna say folding case, but charging my phone up because I may be doing some Duel Links videos after this Q&A. Hi man, Meadow Time says. Let's say everyone's name. If that's a bad idea because I can't pronounce things, but Texas Gamer, Texas Games. Thank you for asking the first question. Meadow Time says, "Hi man, well, hello." The Legend 27. Where are you from? I am from St. Paul, Minnesota, born in the USA. It's pretty awesome. It's actually very cold. So right now we had a really warm day. I got my sleeves rolled up. I don't have a North Face on for the first time in a million years, so it feels nice. Do you play Yu-Gi-Oh in real life? Nils says. If you do, since when? I guess I should say I should answer it by saying I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, and since when? Like 1996 when it first came out, back when I was like 4. My mom got me my first pack when I was 4 or 5, I think, and I watched the anime all the time. It was one of my favorite card games. It was probably the only card game I played. I collected Pokemon cards, but I never really got into Pokemon, the trading card game. All in Football asks, what's your favorite series on this channel besides Yu-Gi-Oh? Now that one's easy. I did a little indie game called Red Rope Don't Fall Behind, and I think it is my all-time favorite series that I have done. I beat the game solo. You're supposed to play it local co-op, but I beat it by myself, and I think I was the third person to beat it. And I actually got, you can see my avatar, he's got like a labyrinth background, like a dungeon background. For beating the game, I got that sprite handmade by the artist who did the art design in Red Rope. And I love that game. I definitely would recommend checking out that series if you have not. If you're new to the channel, I would recommend almost anything except my first couple of series. Those are pretty rough, but Red Rope was definitely my favorite. Thank you for asking, All in Football. Oh, okay, we're gonna pronounce something as I don't know Japanese. I don't know what it. I'm so ignorant. I just don't know. Is it Japanese? Is it Chinese? I don't know. I'm dumb. What's your job now? YouTuber? No, this is merely a hobby. Interesting. No, right now I work as a transaction processor. What a lovely title. What do you do, Darmin? I sit at a desk, which I can't use for Reddit or YouTube or anything. And I look at mortgage documents all day. It's super fun. I sit on my butt for 8 hours a day, come home and do some recording. So basically just desk work. It's quite boring. Luke Randall, what is your favorite game ever? So I don't have a favorite game per se. I've played games all my life since the NES, which that was my dad's NES, so I didn't get to play it very much, but my grandma had a Sega Genesis and she let me play it. She let me borrow it sometimes and bring it home. But favorite game ever, if I had to be, if there was a gun to my head and someone asked me, what's your favorite game? I need to know. I'd have to say Mega Man X. just because I grew up on Mega Man X, which isn't Sega or NES at all. It's Super Nintendo. My uncle had it, and I got more stories about that. I'll bring it up in a later Q&A, or someone asks me something about my past. But Mega Man X is probably what I would say, Luke. Venine, if you were given a choice to assume the role of any character in Yu-Gi-Oh, who would it be? You know, that's a good question. I feel like the sidekick. I grew up feeling like the sidekick, so kind of like Joey, but also, you know, I love Dungeon Dice Monsters, and I mean, I love Duke Devlin, so if I was given a choice, I would pick Duke, but if I was assigned a role, it would probably be Joey, so I'm gonna have to go with Duke. My boy Duke. Let's go with him. The Real Toad asks my question, how do you record your screen for your videos? I'm recording Duel Links, and my quality is not as good as yours. Yo, you got this, man. It's basically, I use OBS and then Air Server. Air Server is a $15 product, which I need to buy still. I still am in trial mode, which I really should end up buying the program. But honestly, I have no input. If you're an Android phone user, I can't help you with that. I would look on the internet, because I can't help you. Otherwise, Air Server it records the sound, it records the footage, and at nice quality. So I definitely would recommend Air Server if you are an iPhone user. Also, if you have a Mac and an iPhone, those just go together, and you don't even need Air Server. I'm a PC master race kind of person. So that's how I record. Mega asks, what is your job except YouTube? I have already asked that, and for duplicates, I'll just say, hey, Mega Jam. I'll just say, hey, insert name. How about that? That sounds pretty fair, I think. The Zello77, are you really married? Yes. February 4th, 2017, I was married to my wife, Kelsey. I don't know if I've ever said her name, but yes, Kelsey is my wife. Kelsey DeVera. That is us now. She is a DeVera, which I am also a DeVera. He has the ring for proof. I look so young. I guess we'll have to wait to see if someone asks, how old are you? Dallas, how old are you? Do you like anime? If so, top favorite anime. Top 5 favorite anime. And then we got someone who answers, yes, Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, One Punch Man, Hunter x Hunter. I mean, I've watched all those. So we'll talk about my 5 favorite, yeah. How old am I? I turned 25 in 1 month and 2 weeks. So I'm 24 right now. I do like anime, and my top 5 is really hard because I'm a sucker for romance. But if there was a gun put to my head again, I'm really One Punch Man made me laugh. I know I just love, even in games, I love being overpowered. I like doing things and getting it done quick. One Punch Man embodies that in anime. He just one punches people, basically. So One Punch Man is up there. He could be number 1. I like Fairy Tail, Sword Art Online. I like Naruto. I like Bleach, Dragon Ball Z. I like Dragon Ball Super right now. Right now with the Tournament of Power going on, I'm super excited to see where that goes. I grew up on Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super now. So I think I'm going to go. I just made the list in my head. It's going to go One Punch Man, number 1. Dragon Ball Super, number 2. Yu Yu Hakusho, old school. That is my jam. That could be number 2, even number 1. I grew up with my friends watching that. Yu Yu Hakusho was fantastic. Did the music stop? I can't even hear it anymore. Number 4. Now my list has left my head. One Piece is still going on. Oh, got it. I just remembered one. Let's rewind that. Number 4 is Case Closed. Hell yes. Case Closed, little Conan. That's also my jam. And then we'll go to One Piece. So it was One Punch Man, Dragon Ball Super, Yu Yu Hakusho, Case Closed, and then One Piece. Naruto and Bleach are like tied with One Piece though. So that was a long, like really drawn out answer. I hope you enjoyed that one, Dallas. Hello, Imaru. How old are you? 24. The Chaz, would you ever or have you ever thought about uploading Dokkan content to your channel? Yes. I definitely will. Probably April 2nd. And if you're a Dokkan player, you know exactly what's going on April 2nd. I've been playing Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle for 517 days. I just looked at my login a couple minutes ago. And it was probably the first mobile game that I really got into. And they got me into the mobile game scene. So definitely Dokkan has been a thought. And I probably will eventually upload some Dokkan content. I know someone asked me what nationality I am, but FRS Gaming, are you Muslim? No, I am not Muslim. So we'll wait until someone asks me the exact question, and then I'll answer it. Because like I said, I kind of went through most of these. I just didn't answer. I answered 2 questions. I answered 2 questions because I thought they were funny, and I really needed to tell them. What is your favorite card in Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG? You know, I'm going to have to go with Gate Guardian. Now, obviously, really hard to summon. Very, just like I said, very hard to summon. Not like deck material. Nowadays, I don't know much about like in real life trading card Yu-Gi-Oh! But even in Duel Links, Gate Guardian's not that easy to pull off. He is my favorite because it was the rarest card that I ever opened in a pack growing up. I think I probably pooed my pants a little bit when I opened up Gate Guardian holographic. It was amazing. It was a great time. I never used it, but I always held it, and I had it in its foil, but sadly I did sell all of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards back when I was like 16 or 17 to a friend, so no more Yu-Gi-Oh cards for me. Lucas, Bella is very cute. I do agree. Bella is adorable. I love that little puppy dog. Do you play Yu-Gi-Oh! IRL? Pat asks. Not anymore. I used to, and people have asked me to do like real life Yu-Gi-Oh! Pack openings, which I could do. We could see about doing that. That'd be pretty fun. Then I could start another collection maybe. What are your future ideas with YouTube? Coco asks. Also, keep the vids up and congrats. I'm guessing it's about the marriage, but Coco, future ideas. I think. So it's kind of hard because I know a lot of viewers, like even watching this Q&A, a lot of viewers are mostly watching for Duel Links. And I love Duel Links, and I'll record Duel Links until I stop loving it. And as you can tell with Dokkan Battle, I've been playing for 500 days. Duel Links will probably hold me over for a long time. But I do plan on venturing out onto some console and PC games later this year. Ukulele comes out in April, to name one. There's a couple other I plan. So, I mean, if worst comes to worst, Duel Links will alternate with another series, but I just plan on having Duel Links daily and then a side series. So, that's kind of my idea with what's going on for my channel coming up. Max Garcia asks, can you do a wife reveal like for realsy? That is not my decision. That is literally my wife's decision, and if she does not want to do it, I will never force her to do it. She has talked to me about ideas for a wife reveal, so I mean there's always hope, but I won't ever say, hey, step on the camera, step in front of the camera for my viewers. I couldn't do that to her. She's not camera shy, but she just doesn't enjoy being in front of the camera. I personally, it's not that I enjoy being in front of the camera. I enjoy entertaining people. So, it's different for everybody. So I can't say that it will ever happen, but I also it could happen is basically what I want to say. Cryos Fall asks, maybe anything. Congrats on 5K subs, bro. You deserve it. Love your videos. Hope we can hit 10K on the ASAP. I also hope, though. Let's do it. Freestyle asks, how long have you been doing YouTube? Just check his first vid ever. This is one of the answers. Please don't. Faith is going in. He's gonna go watch. I have been doing it since December 22nd, 2015. Is it the 22nd or the 27th? I've already forgotten. I think, you know what? I made my account December 22nd, but I don't think my first video went up for a couple days after. I honestly have no idea. I'd have to go check. My now wife bought me an Elgato for Christmas, and I played Halo 5. I actually did not have a single game for Xbox One at the time that I personally wanted to record, and my wife's cousin's husband, that was a mouthful, let me borrow Halo 5 just to record, and it was really awesome. It was really bad. So once again, I really don't recommend watching it, but I've warned you. If you watch it now, I can't be held accountable for what happens. But freestyle sniping, December 22nd is when my YouTube birthday is. So like almost a year and 3 months. Feels bad, man. Asks, how was your school time? So this is going to be a long question because I just, kind of went through everything in my head. Elementary school was great. I'll tell you right now, I was never in advanced classes. I probably should have been, but I was bored with school because I felt like I felt like I wasn't learning enough almost. So elementary school, it went so fast. Growing up from 1st to 5th grade, boom. I barely remember. I remember all my teachers, weirdly, but everything else is kind of just a blur. Middle school was kind of when I kind of got out of my shell. It took a while. I remember in 7th grade, a girl told me to stop wearing Dragon attire, and my best friend for life, he said stop wearing knee-high socks. Those two things kind of flipped me around into a little bit who I am today. So, and high school was do homework. This is literally high school. 9th through 12th grade. Go to class, do homework in class, go home, play games. Go home and play Smash Bros. Melee or Halo 3, basically. Or Mario Party. Those were kind of the 3 games me and my friends would all alternate through. But high school was fine. I had one friend, a soccer star. None of us were really popular, but my friend that was a soccer player, he was probably the most popular. 2 friends, they were both into archery, both into math and then like the auto stuff. And there I was the second oldest just guy in the group, just chilling. And I was the gamer. Everyone gamed with me, but like high school was schoolwork, do homework, play games. So that also went pretty fast. I would do high school again. I love learning. It felt like I wasn't learning enough. And I did see someone ask about college, so we'll save college school until later, but I hope that answers your question. Feels bad, man. I like it. I should be liking all of them, and now I'm going to not like any more else because I feel guilty, but that one just felt like it deserved a like. Oneron? Did I pronounce that wrong? Because I feel like I did. How do you keep yourself motivated and manage to make daily videos besides being married and your regular job? P.S. Big fan from Germany. So, the motivation, 1 is you guys, and 2, it's fun. So I like entertaining people, and I find enjoyment in recording. I keep myself motivated, so if you've followed my channel before, Duel Links, which I don't know if a lot of you did, but I hit a daily video from December 22nd, or from whenever the first video went up until October. So almost an entire year, basically December to October. And then I moved. I moved to my house where I am now. And from October to December, I did not do anything. I lost all motivation. I just kept telling myself, I'll do it the next day and the next day. And then I was like, I'll finish the series, and then I might just be done with YouTube. I was playing Disgaea on PC at the time, and I was like, I think I'm just done. And I don't know what hit the chord that I was like, I kind of want to still do this. And I kept going, and then I was like, I like Duel Links, let's just upload that. So, and that kind of brought even more motivation, basically. So, getting married and a job, I have very little time to record, but on the weekends, it's Friday right now, this should be going up on Saturday. On the weekends, I got plenty of time, so it's another freebie for me, basically. What? I'm looking at the next question. Jalal asks, it makes me think of fairy tale. Why is your hairline wonky? Is that wonky good or wonky bad? I don't know. I feel like It's not too personal. I can tell you guys. I have this condition. It's an OCD. It's called trichotillomania. Look that up. I don't know how to spell it. It's got a lot of I's and O's and L's and stuff. Um, but basically, I pull out my hair when I'm stressed out. And I grew up. This okay. Here we go. Let's travel back in time a little bit when asked about school life. In elementary school, I pulled out my widow's peak. Literally pulled all of this out. I pulled out eyebrows, eyelashes, I don't know, chest hair, leg hair. I don't have much arm hair, but my legs are really hairy. You don't want to see that though. But yeah, my hairline, whether it's good or bad, wonky, my widow's peak is kind of like very full. It's very, I should have probably like done my hair a little bit, but yeah. Wonky good or wonky bad, that's probably why, because I pulled out all the hair. Wife reveal. Oh, L. Chris says wife reveal. We already asked that. And how did you guys meet? So me and my wife met on a ringtone website, phonezoo.com, back in 2008. It was a lovely time. I don't think there's music playing, but you know what? It's good. I don't want music in the background anyway. Let me talk. I can't hear it. There might be music, but yeah. A ringtone website. It was a grand time where I was looking for ringtones and also on the prowl for a lady, which happened to be my current wife. Darren Smith. Question, when can I duel you? When I do viewer duels, which hopefully is soon. Question, how would me and some other YouTubers like to host? How would me and some other questions, I don't know how to read. Me and some other YouTubers like to host our own mini event. Twitter, obviously. Twitter is the platform that I use the most if you want to contact me or any other YouTubers that I know. I'm guessing if you go into Twitter and mention me, I can find some people and we could do a small event. But I don't know what kind of event you're kind of looking for. I know the KC Cup, it's coming out soon. I'm excited, boys. Let's do this. Got any hobbies that aren't Yu-Gi-Oh or YouTube related? Drinking? I don't really drink. I'm actually like not a drinker. But every weekend I do go out usually with my wife and her family of cousins and brothers. And we go to the bar. I usually don't drink. I'm usually sober cab just because I find entertainment in watching rather than partaking in drinking. But like if I'm at home and it's a weekend, yeah, I can go, knock back some amaretto sours and some other fabulous hard liquor only. I'm not a beer drinker. I can tolerate it, but I don't drink beer. That's not really a hobby. I guess my other hobby, see, baseball is sports. I play baseball and soccer, like for fun with friends, football too, but less so because, I'm very, very squishy. I break easily. Ooh, I like the next question, Unified Death, which I didn't mention before. Unified Death asks, who do you watch on YouTube? I watch a lot. I watch too much YouTube. I said I can't watch YouTube at work. I can use my phone though, so number one right now, I've fallen in love with this guy for the past year and a half, Northern Lion. He does Binding of Isaac videos. He also has a 3-day-a-week stream, and I usually catch most of them. Just his flow of consciousness and how smart he is with just what he says is such a demeanor that I hope to aspire to, and I really I find him some of the most entertaining or one of the most entertaining YouTubers out there. Of course, Game Grumps I watch, and they are just funny. They are literally just some of the funniest people. I feel like if me and my best friend had made a YouTube channel back in high school, we'd basically be them. And that's no joke. I feel like I can relate to those two so much that it blows my mind sometimes. I love the Game Grumps. Of course, I watch Markiplier. I followed him since I want to say pre-million. It's been a long time. I've been following him. I'm subscribed to him still. I don't watch much of him very much anymore, but I still enjoy a couple Markiplier videos every while. I used to do a mean Markiplier impression, but it's very late and I don't want to wake up my wife. Who else do I watch right now? You know what? I'm forgetting the biggest one. Chugga Conroy. He inspired me to do YouTube videos. I've been watching since Super Mario Sunshine on his channel. He was the very first person I ever subscribed to. He's playing The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword right now, which definitely go check out. He is a great, great YouTuber, and I will always advocate for Chugga Conroy. He is one of my favorites, and I really enjoy his content. I always have. Those are my YouTubers I've been watching. Unified Death. Rune Z asks, will you forget the little guys when you become a big-time YouTuber? But really, wow, you were seriously exploding. Rune Z, bro, no. I probably a lot of people have said this, that they come from humble beginnings, that they won't let it get to their head. I honestly just don't want it to even, worm its way into my head to begin with. I would love to just stay not small. I don't want to just, I don't want to be PewDiePie level of I have to watch everything I do, but I don't want to be, where I am now either, where it's hobby, but I've always dreamt it being more than a hobby. But I would love to stay in contact with anyone that I've met, like during the beginning, through the entire thing, and at the end. I would love to just meet most, if not all, of the community if I could. That's probably an even bigger dream of mine, is just to like interact with the community. Maybe one day go to a convention and have a meetup with people. That is what I want. That would be so awesome. So Rune, no, I will never forget you, or Red, or Last Paradox, Infi, none of them. Helix, all you guys are some of the greatest people I've met in a long time. So right now, basically my family and my wife and the dogs, the animals that I'm surrounded with, that's who I have. So anyone on Twitter that I used to talk to is a really big part of me lately. So no, I will never forget you guys. Almighty S asks, do you think you can beat me in a duel? Well, if you've been watching my Road to King of Games, then yes, I do. I've been on a hot streak. Holy cow. I hope you guys are keeping up with the Road to King of Games. I don't think I can beat everyone. I don't think I can beat anyone. I don't think I could beat anyone. I don't know. That doesn't mean I'm going to lose every time, but first of all, I think luck is a big part of the game. So I think I could beat you in a duel at least once, if that's what you're asking. 100 out of 100 times? No, I don't think I could do that against anyone, really. Ezad Viper, how much money have you spent on Duel Links? 0. He's a 100% free-to-play player. He's never spent a penny on it. I have not spent a dime. I actually have, I had a problem with mobile gamings, with none that I play anymore, but I spent a little bit on money, and now just in-app purchases are turned off on my phone. I don't want to tempt myself. I have had zero temptation in the past, half a year, couple months, so I will probably stay free-to-play for a long time, unless the giant most world's metaist card comes out and I don't pull it. But Duel Links doesn't promote that. They promote you getting every card if you spend it on a pack. So save your gems, save for the meta cards. That's basically what I've been doing. There's no reason, I personally think, unless I wanted to have 3 of every card, then I would spend money. But I have no card collector blood in my blood or in my body. So 0. That's how much. KBH, for a YouTuber, what's your plans for the future? I've answered that. Is it going to be Yu-Gi-Oh content only, or new games are coming? I'll kind of work on that question. By the way, keep up the good work on your channel. It's going to be a huge channel one day. I would love to see it. I already answered about the Yu-Gi-Oh content coming to my channel daily, alternate. New games coming to the channel, I mentioned Yooka-Laylee, which is a Banjo-Kazooie spiritual successor. I am the world's biggest Banjo-Kazooie fan also, Nintendo 64 era. I grew up on that. Chasm, I don't know if you heard of it. It is a Metroidvania-styled game, and alongside that, Bloodstained when it comes out. I would love for both of those to be on my channel. One day, when Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally announced, I will be doing a 36-hour stream. No matter what, I will be streaming that game. I will take off work, if I'm working still, because it may not come out till 2055, I will stream 36 hours of Kingdom Hearts 3. That will be on my channel also. Kingdom Hearts is, well, Mega Man X is my favorite game. Kingdom Hearts is probably my favorite series. So I think that's a satisfying answer, I think. And there may be more games in there, who knows? Shadowhunter asks, what is your biggest achievement? Probably being smart enough to keep my wife. No, I'm just kidding. But kinda. Like, being able to stay with my wife. I probably would be jobless, unemployed. I probably would have I don't know where I would be in life without her. She has put me on the right path. Literally, if I've had 40 forks in the road, like paths to split, she has put me on the right one every single time. My biggest achievement, probably besides staying with my wife and realizing that she is my rock that I actually need to survive, my biggest achievement would probably be, it's going to be a little silly, but let's see if I can grab it without shaking too much. Played baseball back in June 20th of 2006. This is a funny big achievement. I don't have really big achievements in life. I hit a triple. I hit a 3 bases on a bunt. That was a great time, and that was the ball that I bunted all the way down first and second, right past the second baseman. Other than that, biggest achievements, I don't really celebrate achievements. Staying alive is a pretty good achievement if you ask me. Faith Blur, I can't believe you actually did the wife reveal. I bet you got beat up after she saw that. Bella is super cute though, man. And as for an actual question, I hope it's not too personal, but you said you knew the procedure room too much growing up. How come? If you're not comfortable talking about it on camera, I understand. No, I'm totally okay with talking about it. So, rewinding again, back in, it was 8th grade. 8th grade, between 8th and 9th grade, I actually had severe stomach pains. I didn't know why. Okay, so this is another fun personal question. I actually missed, I think, not 100. It was really close, like 89, 90, somewhere in that ballpark. I missed like around 90 days of 8th grade due to being sick and not feeling well. And one day the stomach pain just got so bad. I told my mom, I really can't do anything. I can't move. My stomach was firm. We went into a consultation to figure out what was going on with my stomach. And we thought I was lactose intolerant. We thought it was irritable bowel syndrome and some, or Crohn's disease even, and a couple things. And one day when I was 14, I'd like to say, 13, 14, I went to the University Hospital in Minnesota and on campus, and I sat in the procedure room. This is, okay, NSFW. You don't mute it if you don't want to hear gross stuff. I had to have a, it's not an epidural. I'm blanking what it's called, an enema. Liquid up the butthole. That was fun. I had to have that done until I pooped out water. Literal water. Did that gross you guys out? It grossed me out when it was happening. So I cleaned out my system. I had a colonoscopy. Basically, that's probably what I should have started with. I had a colonoscopy at the age of 13 or 14. Had polyps in my rectal tract. I don't know what it is. I don't know anatomy very well of the human body, so it came back as irritable bowel syndrome. Basically, I ate anything, and I had to poop it out right away. And I wasn't big of a pooper, so now NSFW part 2, I like to poop every day, and my tummy feels all right. So that was one procedure. I did split my head open playing tag. This is a great story. Maybe I'll tell it someday. But Faith, that is where I was in the procedure room. It was a very not fun time. And I think I had a checkup a couple months later and basically had to do the same thing. It was lovely doing it twice. Just great. J. Paul asks, what is your favorite anime besides Yu-Gi-Oh? And are you team PlayStation or team Xbox? First of all, I'm team neither. I have an Xbox One. I would love a PS4 because they both have great exclusives that I love. I basically picked Xbox One because all my friends had it. Otherwise, I would have went with PS4. My favorite anime besides Yu-Gi-Oh, like I said, probably One Punch Man. The Chompin says, chop in. Oh my goodness, the chomping man. Rice is nice. Rice is actually delicious. Hank says, oh God, I did read this and I forgot about this. You're all gonna hate me. Hank asks, do you like cheese? No. Yes and no. I'll eat cheese on. I see. I grew up thinking I was lactose intolerant because my mom told me I was. I wasn't. I will only eat cheese on pizza. I don't like. Get this. I don't like Cheez-Its, but I'll eat Goldfish crackers. I love Doritos, but if I get a Doritos Locos Tacos at Taco Bell, it has to be without cheese, so it's just lettuce and meat in my taco. Garlic cheese bread is fine, but like. I like cheese curds and mozzarella sticks, but I won't eat a regular cheese stick like out of the fridge. And cold cheese curds obviously disgust me. I don't like cheese sauce, like nachos. I don't like nachos, but I will eat melted cheese on a nacho chip. This is a great question. I hope everybody just roasts me because of my cheese weirdities. Ugh, cheese is weird to me. I won't eat cold pizza, but love hot pizza. Blatt asks, what do you record, edit your videos with? I edit nothing. I'm a dirty, filthy, non-editing YouTuber, but I grew up on non-editing YouTubers, and that's kind of where I got my like flow of conversation, so to speak. Sometimes I just, verbal diarrhea all over, but sometimes, I can make a good conversation. And I use OBS to record. Best Azir asks, how often do you do giveaways? I've only done one on my channel. Probably another one at 10,000 subscribers. I don't want to feel like I'm buying subscribers, but I also want to give back to the community, so it's kind of rough. In my head, I'm like, do I do it right now? Do I do it at another milestone? So maybe 7,500, maybe 10,000, but another one is coming. I do want to do more, and it will probably be more because the wedding is now done, and I will probably have time to save up money by the time I hit the next milestone. But, expect a couple a year. I wouldn't expect them monthly, maybe every 2 months or so, maybe every 3 months. You know what? We could do 4 a year, something like that. If this channel ever takes off, a quarterly giveaway sounds all right to me. Cool Gamer asked 2 questions. How long did you play on Yu-Gi-Oh to be on a pro Duel Links and have most cards? God, I am not a pro. I make cards that I make decks that synergize. That's basically how I play Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Links. I have most cards basically because I save my gems, and I've been playing for I think 77 days now. So I do have a little extra of like foothold to step up my card gainage. And how did I get so many gems? Just leveling up characters and saving them from maintenances and other like download milestones. Strike Gold asks, what is your goals in life? Well, when this question is asked at like a job interview, it's always, support my family, my wife, which I can do now. I mean, my job is okay, and I'm getting a new one soon, so a better paying one, a better hourly one. So supporting my family basically is a goal in life. I want to play games for a long time. Games used to be an escape for me. Now they're a fun adventure. So I want to be able to game for a long time, and YouTube is kind of like an outlet to do that. So in a way, growing with YouTube and the community is another goal. But and then if the job interview person asked me for 3 questions or 3 goals, I'd probably say to get married, I already did, but to leave the country, a weird goal, but I've never left the United States, and I would love to do that. I think that'd be really fun. Freaky Player, what do you think is best about you, and what's worst about you as a person? Oh, you're asking the freaking hard questions. We're getting into some good questions. Best about me. I think my charisma. If I mean, even without alcohol, if I have a little bit of alcohol, my charisma level is at max. No, I find it easy to talk with people, to meet new people, or to engage with strangers. that might not always be the case depending on the situation, but I think given the situation, I would probably I hate like rides and adrenaline, but I think I could do almost anything if I really wanted to. So my charisma, it's a good trait, right? I think so. The worst thing about me, I got two things. I love to exaggerate. Not that I love to exaggerate. Sometimes I just don't think. Like today, someone asked me, "Hey, Damien, how many comments did you get on your Q&A?" Yeah, I think I get like 300. And then I look and I have 130, which is awesome. And then I'm like, yeah, I think I exaggerated that a little bit. So exaggeration is probably one, and two is the worst thing about me as a person. I know there's a lot wrong with me. I definitely cannot say I'm a perfect or even like a remotely near perfect person. But besides being, sometimes I get a little cocky. When I play video games, my wife will 100% back me up, and she'll say, yeah, he's a cocky little douchebag sometimes. Like when we play Call of Duty together, sometimes I get the little cockiness in me. So there's definitely bad in me, but I also get nervous. Like in PvP for the channel for Duel Links, I get nervous. Even when I play Call of Duty, I get nervous when stuff is on the line. Even though my life isn't on the line, nothing important's on the line, I still get really tight in the chest and nervous. Tay-Tay asked, how old are you? Hello, Tay-Tay. Alex G asked, what pack should I buy? Well, I mean, before they go, you should probably go and buy some Ultimate Rising packs. I'd jump on that train. And then, obviously, Neo Impact has Mirrorwall, a great meta card. I would stick to those two right now. Unless you're trying to make a Levia Dragon Daedalus deck, then go for Age of Discovery. And Flame of the Tyrant, just a good fire deck. Oh, if that's what your jam is, go for Flame of the Tyrant. Sweet Beef asks, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? I got one recently. Oh, I am sorry, buddy. Kakashi, that's not good. That's not a good thing. I've never gotten a speeding ticket, yet I love to go 15 or more over the speed limit. I shouldn't. I've actually, I should take that back. Lately, I have been cutting back because my wife says, we're going to have a kid soon. You should learn how to drive like a dad. So sometimes when I see myself speeding, I put myself in the mindset, hey, maybe I have a kid in the back. Don't do that. Don't do that, Damien. Just slow down. You'll get there eventually. So, no, I've never got a speeding ticket, but I do have a fun story. One second. Delicious water to coat the throat. I'm going to have a sore throat tomorrow. I know it. So, back when I was, I want to say, in 9th grade, we have this street in St. Paul called Shepherd Road, and my friends wanted to go to a drag race, and again, people did drag races, and the moment we were about to leave, we spent about an hour and a half there. Right when we were leaving, someone that my friend knew that I had no idea was like, hey, you want to hop in? I was like, please no, please no. We got in. I sat in the car listening to LMFAO while we drag raced down Shepherd Road, and I was scared. I was like 15, 16-year-old Damien was not happy. And then the police pulled us over. And then I got put in a paddy wagon with like 9 other people and sat in a detention center until 3 in the morning until my mom picked up me and my 3 friends. Not a fun experience, but also a fun experience. So I never got a speeding ticket, but I was in a speeding incident, I guess? Nils says, congrats on the 5K subs. Continue the good work. Thank you, buddy. Alan says, how long have you been playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Duel Links, 76 days. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to play back when it came out, back in 1996, 7, 8. Back then. A long time ago. Back, only 90 kids would remember. Soul Eater asks, can you make a Draw My Life? That's like a very far off milestone, like 50 to 100,000 subs. I would consider it, but my artistic skills are pretty dang awful. If that's really what you want, then I can I could give it a go, but it's a very far off milestone. G asks, your best Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links moment. Probably the moment I hit King of Games the very first time. It was against an Odeon, and he was using the Dream Clown, Crass Clown, the Jack Rabbit Knife dude, and the trap card that continuously changes cards from attack to defense mode. The name slips my mind right now. Basically, his mode of attack was to destroy my monsters like that. This is when I used Wonder Balloons. I actually, before he pulled off any of that, I had not 12. I had like 7. See? Exaggeration. I had like 6 or 7 Wonder Balloon tokens, so he couldn't attack. And I used 24 cards in my deck. He only used 20. I decked him out to become King of Games. It was glorious. It was actually fantastic because I could never attack him. I could never get a monster on the field without getting destroyed. He couldn't attack me because he didn't have any monsters that could attack or any tribute monsters, and I just won by decking him out. It was glorious. Ahmed asks, what's your favorite game? Mega Man X. Hello. Dusk. How long have you played Yu-Gi-Oh? We've asked. Hello, Dusk. Curse Codex asks, are you still in education, like going to university or something? This is the college question I saw. I did want to talk upon my college life because it was very brief. I'm not still in education, but I would love to go back. Honestly, like I said, I love learning. So, get out of high school. College is kind of thrust upon me, and I really didn't want it. I wanted to learn, but I didn't want to go to any of these colleges that I was going to go to. So I basically just went to one, and then I went to class, and then I just stopped going to class. I would hang out with my girlfriend-wife at the time, or wife-girlfriend at the time, and we would just go, get McDonald's, go get Panda, go eat food, take her out of class, all that stuff. And soon it became a really bad habit, and I was stuck with student loans, and I wasn't even going to school. But one day I would love to continue my education. Right now it's not in the cards, the wedding, a new house, so I do not go to school. I would love to, though. Kakafan asks, if you could be a character from Yu-Gi-Oh, who would it be and why? I already answered that. Kakafan, go to the very beginning of the video. You'll find it, I promise. Kirito, Sword Art Online, asks, how did you get together with your wife, if not private? I'm going to touch upon this question because I kind of I said PhoneZoo, a ringtone website. So, a fun story that I'd love to tell. My best friend, I had just gotten out of a relationship, and my friend, out of nowhere, just was like, Damien, you should find a girl that doesn't go to our school. And I was like, that's a problem. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I'll broaden my horizon. So on the ringtone website, you could put in an area code to find people that have linked their phones to the ringtone website to get ringtones, and it would bring you to their profile. Now, I'm thinking, this is my area code. What is an area code of someone else? So I picked the one area code that is so far off in my state that it should never have occurred, because my wife lived my girlfriend, this girl that I had never met, lived like 20 minutes away, and her area code for some reason was that, and it was actually super, super lucky that it ever happened. But I put in that area code, and she was the number one profile, and I was like, I'm gonna talk to this girl. She's real cute. So yes, lust got in my eyes. My eyes were filled with lust, but I got to know her, and I wanted to know more about her. So we met in person. I think we started talking like in August or September of 2008. We didn't officially meet until, I want to say, late September, maybe early October. And that's how we met. Tomid asks, how old are you? And when did you fall in love with your wife? So, you know how old I am. When did I fall in love with my wife? It's sappy if I said the moment I laid eyes on her. But get this. So, Kirito, this kind of goes together with your question. The first time I ever met her in person in 2008, nearly 8 years ago, I went to her soccer game. It was at my school. Her school is playing my school. The game got rained out. And I've never in my life had it rain harder than that day. And just, romance movie rain. She was leaving to get on the bus, and I thought I could be with this girl for a long time, and all I wanted to do was give her a kiss. The very first time I ever met her in person. And I got so scared that she did not like me, and the rain made me just really not appealing. I ran away. I ran home in the rain. So I fell in love with her probably realistically, obviously years ago when we started living together, cohabitating together. But I feel like when that rain started, the rain has never freaking hit that hard since then. So it could have been the very first time I saw her in person. What's your real job? If you want to keep it private, I've already told you my job, so I did not keep it private. Peter asks, what state and city do you live in? Ethan says, I don't think he is American. 100% American, kind of. You'll see. I guess I'm a U.S. citizen is what I should say properly. I live in St. Paul, Minnesota. There you go. Carlos S., PS4, Xbox, you know what preference I have. I answered that question. Dan asks, when do you think dark type packs will start to come out? I honestly don't know. I would love spellcasters to come out. Dark type, fairy type, spellcaster type. I honestly have no idea. I think maybe soon, if Yami Merrick is the next, or Yami Bakura are the next two characters to come out, dark cards are probably not too far behind. So I would say in a couple months, maybe even weeks. Chanley asks, if you're not Latino, what the hell are you? I am half Filipino, half American. You finally figured it out, guys. I am half Filipino, but I'm half American, and my dad is fully Filipino, 100%, whatever you want to call it. And when he got to the States, he said to himself, I want my children to be Americanized. So I don't know any Tagalog, which is the spoken language in the Philippines. I don't know much about my heritage. I don't have an accent, except my accent would be totally awesome if I did have one. So yeah, Filipino American. Pacific Islander if I was writing interview or resume answers. Daytona asks, how does it feel to get blown out by New England? So let's talk about the terrible towel. I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. I didn't fall in love with football until my wife really introduced me to football. She is the Steelers fan. It's basically Minnesota Vikings, and then when they eventually lose, which always happens, I go on the Steelers bandwagon. I always go because my wife, don't tell her I said that, but whenever the Steelers play, I do hope they win, just because she wants them to win. But I like the Vikings also. The game where they got blown out was awful. I felt really bad, but Tom Brady, the god of a man he is, he deserved his game-winning, record-breaking Super Bowl win, so it happens. Congrats on the 5K from Simon. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I'll read more. Steel Predator 7 asks, from what isn't on YouTube, what are some other games you enjoyed before getting into the mobile Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon scene? Okay. Keep it up, man. Congrats. I'm glad I'll get to say I've been subbed since you began the Binding of Isaac series. When you hit 1 mil, and you will, I'll be here to say I told you so. Steel Predator. I'll keep this. When and if I ever get that, I'm going to snippet that and I'm going to post it on my Twitter. There you go. Just for you, Steel Predator. Games before getting into YouTube. Before I was doing YouTube back in 2015, and from what's not on YouTube, oh god, it had to come up at some point. I played Destiny on the Xbox One for over 1,000 hours during year 1 and year 2. My KD was probably 4 or 5 in Trials of Osiris. I went flawless many times. I completed many raids, over hundreds of raids. I got the Galahorn or Yalahorn almost immediately. Destiny is actually, it's on my YouTube channel, but I only did one preview video, so I don't really consider it being on my channel. Destiny was on my channel. Actually, before YouTube, I wasn't a PC gamer at all, so mostly it was console. Grand Theft Auto 5, of course. Borderlands 2, of course. Halo 1, 2, 3, 4. I've played it all. any Zelda, Mario, Smash Bros. Game, any Mega Man or Metroid game, i.e. Castlevania. I'm a huge advocate of Nintendo, so I can't wait to get my Nintendo Switch. So yeah, basically those are the games I'd be playing. Infernal Kicks asks, what is your favorite music? EDM for sure. I can't hear music, so I was just checking to make sure if the music was playing or not. I'm glad that it played for like 3 minutes though. That's pretty awesome of you, music. Thanks for doing that. EDM, dubstep. I love dance music. I love to dance, so rap, hip hop. I got some G-Eazy tracks stuck in my head. Marky Bassy, of course. The Chainsmokers right now. I'm listening to Nitro. What is it? Oh, Nitro Potions, Hyper Potions. I cannot remember. Wow, I feel bad. They made the song Checkpoint super good. So yeah, mostly that kind of EDM stuff. Zach asks, ever think of playing anything on other platforms? If so, what would you play? Of course, I love playing console games. So definitely console games are something in the future, as I've said. Raimi asks, if it wasn't for YouTube, what would your dream job be? I want to make a game. I wanted to see. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted to go to school for. I would love to be a creative director of a game. I have all the ideas in my head, but no artistic ability to execute them. So if I could, storyboard a game, that would be my dream. To create games and stories and videos. Like I love writing. So making a book, even becoming an author would be awesome. But that would probably be a dream job of mine. Ethan asks, what is your second job except YouTube? You know what I do. I'm a transaction processor. MW Final says, finally, the pup. I'm not sure if it is one question per person, which it's not. You didn't say, so I'll ask a couple. Do you game it on PC? I do. If so, do you play Overwatch? I actually do. I haven't played in months, but I'm a big fan of Overwatch, definitely. Your specs might as well. Do you like any sports? Used to play baseball. I did say I still do, but I just realized I haven't played in a couple years. Soccer I play recreationally. Football. In terms of liking sports, I love hockey. I love football, baseball, and soccer. I am awful at basketball, and I feel bad because I'm really bad, so I don't watch it. I'm sorry, any basketball lovers. If you ever have kids, any names you have in mind as of now? I'll tell you one. Because my wife and I have already agreed upon it. The boy name I will not be telling you because no one else knows besides me and my wife. If we have a girl, her name will be Layla Ray, and she will be the most adorable girl you've ever seen. Let's go on. I guess a Yu-Gi-Oh question. Who's your favorite main protagonist in Yu-Gi-Oh? Yami, Jaden, Yusei, Yuma, Yuye, or the new protagonist, Yusaku? I don't know. I know Jaden. I've never watched GX. I know who Yusei is. I don't know any of these ones. I'm going to go with Yami because I grew up with him. Mine is Yusei. I'm interested in Yusaku since it looks like he won't have kids like Yuma and Yuya. I don't know who those people are. So I may have to investigate after this, but definitely Yami. Yugi, Hamid asks, what made you start YouTube? So basically my drive to entertain people, and Chugga Conroy again. It goes back to him. Seeing him, after watching during Super Mario Sunshine, I could have started making YouTube videos, but I kept pushing it and pushing it. I've watched his past series. His first series of Earthbound really was that's basically how I want to start videos. So, Chugga Conroy is probably a really big motivator to me. He'll also ask my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character, plus favorite duel and favorite series. So favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character probably just goes to Yugi or Duke Devlin. I wish Duke was in more of the series, but I'm just gonna go with Duke. Favorite duel we talked about when I got KOG from that Odeon, that crazy man. And favorite series, probably Red Rope, Don't Fall Behind. Chosen Wolf, what's your actual job outside of being a YouTuber? Asked it. Oh God, I remember reading this. Have you ever watched Game of Thrones? Yes. I've read the books twice. I've read the first and second book 3 times, and I've listened to all 5 on audiobook twice. I've watched every season of Game of Thrones twice. I follow like a Song of Ice and Fire subreddit. I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones, and I just want Winds of Winter to come out. When, George? When are we going to get the book? Come on. Yes, of course I've watched Game of Thrones. Should I say hi to you in every video also? By all means, if you enjoy me, go ahead. If you enjoy Duel Links, I mean, you can say hi in the Duel Links videos. Whenever you want to say hi, I will probably respond. Oh. I feel like I'm at a job interview. How do you see yourself in 5 years? Any goals you want to achieve by then? By very don click. Or is it very dad one click? Or is it Varia Dad 1 C lick? I have no idea. In 5 years, I'll be freaking 30. I will have children by then. I did tell my wife by 27, 28, I would like to have kids. I would love to have kids before 30. That's kind of the deadline. I want to be young enough to play with them and grow up with them, and still play games with them. I'll probably still be doing YouTube as a hobby in 5 years. I don't see anything stopping that unless I die, which sounds awful. Any goals you want to achieve by then? Having a kid is probably a goal. Leaving the country still. Congratulations on 5K and best wishes for your marriage from the Dominican Republic. That actually may be a honeymoon location. I have no idea. We're doing a 1-year honeymoon vacation, by the way, if people were wondering. Oh, habla español. I took 2 years of Spanish, don't remember. Tina is bathroom or bathtub, I think. I don't remember. El Tina, Latina? I honestly, no. I will just say no, I do not, because I cannot remember anything. The Numbu K asks, well, my friend Darmin, what made you choose the YouTube name Darmin? I love this question. I saw this and I got excited to tell this story. So if you watched any of my first 3 or 4 series, I don't honestly remember when, but my original YouTube name was Damien X. Mega Man X was my favorite game. Damien is my name. It was play on words. But it felt forced. It felt not genuine, and I didn't like it. And so one day, so a little backstory. My wife's dad, my father-in-law, as I should be calling him now, he is very much like me, or I should say I'm very much like him. I talk to myself. I like to keep on talking. It's very weird, but one day we were at Target, and he just, like, you know, the supermarket store, I was in the clothing aisle, he's in the main aisle, and he's yelling, "Hey, Darmin!" And I'm like, is that my soon-to-be father-in-law? Is he yelling at me? Is he talking to me? He says it again. He just yells it in my ear. And I'm like, Darmin, that's my new YouTube name. I literally got out my phone and changed everything. Got my Twitter changed. Got my YouTube name changed. I was like, Darmin, it is. That's me. I'm now Darmin. So, I mean, it's very short. It's very simple, and I really enjoyed it. So I hope everyone else did. I don't know. Let me know what you think about Damien X and Darmin and which one's better. But I'm definitely pro Darmin. Crispy asks, what is your gaming setup? I have an Xbox One. I have 3 Xbox 360s. I have a Wii U. Soon to have a Nintendo Switch. I have a PC which is not built for games. It's built for recording more so than playing high-resolution games, because I was going to just stay a console gamer and record off that. But I may soon start making upgrades to my PC. So I can't really recall what pieces I have. I have a list of what my PC's made up somewhere, so I may have to go find that to answer you. But I'm not too sure. In terms of consoles, I mean, I got most of them except the PS4, but it's all right. Ooh, we got a lot of them. Crispy, we've already answered those 2, silly man. GC highlights, what card was your favorite card in the TCG of any card sets in Yu-Gi-Oh? That was Gate Guardian. For you people who may be just skimming through, F. Kellogg asks, what is your background in study/work? Oh, this is a long question. What's your background in study/work? Nothing. I'm an idiot. I basically just do simple data entry, and my finger typing skills are, 68 words per minute, maybe 70. I think I almost hit 70 recently, so I don't have very much background. Gaming. There you go. That's my background. Where do you come from? Minnesota. Very cold. Do you love community from all over the world equal? If I'm reading into this question, yes. I think literally equality is something that should be promoted everywhere. You know, in any form of division between communities. You know, race, you know, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, LGBT, equality for everyone. I cannot find hate in my body for a single person. So I would definitely think equality is it's not a big part of who I am. Politics has never been something that I've been too into. I take the world as it comes, and if it burns down to the hell itself, I mean, I'm just gonna go down with it. There's nothing really I can do. So I don't really find I find equality great, but I don't know how it will ever happen in the world we live in. So maybe one day. You never know. Where does your love for Yu-Gi-Oh come from? Watching the anime, watching the movies growing up, playing the card game with my friends, basically. History in any other card game, I collected Pokemon cards, I collected Monster Rancher cards, if you recall that, Digimon cards, I collected, I think that's it, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Netflix or download? Netflix. Any streaming site, any legal streaming site, Crunchyroll, Hulu, I'm a big fan of those. Can you do deck reviews from fans? I do have a Discord link somewhere on my channel. I gotta put it in my description. Where you can showcase your decks, so that would be awesome. Yeah, I'll review people's decks. Maybe I can do a Patreon. I don't know how Patreon works, but people have said if I made a Patreon and you paid money, I could like make your deck. I have no idea. Something I one day will have to fiddle around with. Dogs or cats? Oh, I love kitty cats, but my wife is a dog person. That's why we got a puppy. Favorite food? Cuban sandwiches. Delicious. This emoji. Drink? TV show. I'm not a big fan of water, but it really quenches my thirst. Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is pretty high up there. Or Kool-Aid. Favorite show? Game of Thrones. Favorite movie? Something that I've watched multiple times. I'm a movie watcher. I love almost every movie I watch, but a favorite movie? This is a tough one. This is one that's actually like I have nothing in my brain. I would have to go with, Wreck-It Ralph's really good. I do like my Pixar movies, so I go with Wreck-It Ralph. Or is that Disney and I'm just dumb? I don't recall. Nordine asks, how much language do you speak? 1. I speak English perfectly. Crimson asks, what is your favorite anime? I think you guys can tell him. Oh, Triple V, do I like pizza? Hell yeah, I love pizza, but make sure it's not cold. Battlelord asks, how did you get Bella? My wife found her on a dog breeding website for hypoallergenic dogs because she is allergic to dogs. And Bella is hypoallergenic, so she won't shed as much once she gets rid of her baby hair, which makes her a perfect dog for my, puffy-faced wife. It's not good. It gets bad. What's your favorite card of all time? We've answered it. And also, I see that terrible towel. Sure is terrible. Bengals all day. Hey, my wife will take a lot of offense to that. We got a question by, I don't know, is that Korean or Japanese? Hi, Darmin, I'm stage 21 right now. Should I just aim to level up stages or farm cards and unlock legendary duelists? Yes, stages. Always, if you can get to first mission stage level 30, you unlock level 40 duelists, and then, getting other cards is probably your main priority once you hit level 30. That's my opinion. Scoozul asks, what do you think of only having one main phase 1 in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links? I don't even know what main phase 2 is and what the big hubbub is all about, so someone teach me what main phase 2 is because I have no idea. Ish says, congrats on 5k subs, man, and loving the content. My question is, other than Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, what other games are you looking forward to be playing this year? Or are you just going to do mostly mobile games? So, I already answered this, but I will kind of rehash because there are more games I would like to play. I really wonder how long this video has been going. Chasm, Bloodstain, Ukulele, Zing, I'm kind of interested. I don't think I touched upon that. Omaru or Omari, I can't remember what it's called, but oh my goodness, I forgot about Sonic Mania. I cannot wait for Sonic Mania. Breath of the Wild by Zelda is up in the air. It's a Nintendo game, obviously, so there are kind of drawbacks to uploading that to YouTube. But I love Zelda, and I'll probably play it for myself to get a feel for it, and then maybe I can bring it to the channel. So we'll see. This is the second question I answered. Why are you even doing a Q&A when you're answering a shitload of comments? I literally only answered one and then this one. And he didn't even, Thanos, you didn't even answer or ask another question. Come on, what are you doing? E-Raid Sucker says, since when do you and your wife know each other? Since you're only 24 years old, right? I've known her since I was 16. I had already turned 16. I was 16, she was 14, so 8 years almost. No, yeah, 8 years almost. This October will be 8 years. What is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card? You guys know. What is your favorite deck, excluding the one you made? Parasite Infestation. That deck is really, really fun to work with. Oh, you have a lot of questions. Holy cow. Oh, those are comments. Sorry, Stephen Gill. I apologize. When I finish my main deck, can you duel me? Once I get to viewer duels, I promise, I just need to find time. That's basically time is what I need. Comments, Doggo is cute. Thank you. I'm not lazy, I just like surprises. So if you see, I am not lazy, I just like surprises. So if C wasn't going to do a fave reveal, then I would have looked for her. Oh, wife reveal. Hooray, I'm finally going to farm Yugi. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed all of that. What are you hoping to do in achievement life? I've already explained that, and my voice is getting a little tired, and we do have a couple more questions to go through, so I will be just saying, hey, Thanos! It's Thanos! He asked the question. I'm a big dork. He did ask. So, achieve in life, I want to have kids. There you go. I answered you again. There you go. Agent 9977, what are your favorite cards of every type? Monster, Spell, Trap. Favorite monster, Gate Guardian. Favorite spell? Oh, man. That's a tough one. Trying to think back to like cards that aren't in the game, but it might just come back to Riryoku because that's a killer card. Favorite trap though is probably Mere Force. I just find that card way too much fun. I don't know how that's gonna be implemented into Duel Links. All-Star Warrior asks, do you plan on doing anything other than Yu-Gi-Oh? Say LPs, for example, or other mobile games like Record Keeper or Fire Emblem. Also, you have a very cute doggo. Yes, I do plan on doing different LPs. When are you starting King of Games series? It started today? It started today. Yay! Groupret? Oh, this is when the pronunciation game gets a little rough. Angel asks, do you watch anime? If so, what is your favorite anime? I do, and congrats on 5K subs. But my question is, when will you continue making arts or video for Sword Arts Online Memory Defrag? If I get enough like for it, I will. I still have it on my phone. I just actually haven't been playing it. Mohammed asks, what other games do you play other than this? Do you play on any console or PC? Right now, I am playing Costume Quest 2 just because it was free and it's fun. I also played Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle and mostly console. Favorite game? Salad Nuggets asks, favorite game apart from Yu-Gi-Oh? Mega Man or Zelda, definitely. MKM American, how old am I? Do I play with Yu-Gi-Oh in real life? How old am I? Does your dog shed a lot? You know all those questions, except does my dog shed a lot? No, it doesn't. It's a hypoallergenic dog, so no shedding. If you could go to, oh boy, I'm going to tear up. If you could go back to the past or future, which would you go to and why? I'm getting chills. I would go to the past, 100%. Don't even ask. If I was asked, I'd already be in the past. I've talked about my best friend a lot. The soccer star, the soccer man himself. He passed away in May of 2013, and it was preventable. It was very preventable. The doctors, his family was known to have blood clots in his family. I don't know. His family had history with blood clots and pretty severe ones. And when he had a lot of symptoms for blood clots, the doctors never found any, and didn't even test for it, as far as I know. And so he passed. So knowing if I could go to the past, I'm sorry for tearing up. If I knew I could go to the past, it's really late at night, so my emotions are on like max. I would do everything in my power to get him to the doctor to fix that problem, because knowing that it was preventable is what made it hurt the most, I think. And that was what took me a long time to really get over. So if I could save him, that's what I would do. In a heartbeat. I would easily do that. Medi asks, are you counting to do on other stuff than Duel Links? Kayvon, thank you for a great question, by the way. I do want to do more stuff than just Duel Links. Favorite card by Dewald? Gate Guardian, thank you. Hassan asks, hello Darmin, my question is, how do you feel about the newer generations of Yu-Gi-Oh? The original is more than enough for me, and every time I try to learn the new mechanics, I just don't like them, like XYZ and Pendulum. I don't even know anything about those two. Keep up the good work, and I'm always a supporter, a fan from Saudi Arabia. Well, I thank you, Hassan. I enjoy and welcome new mechanics. I would love to learn them, but like you said, I haven't personally even tried to learn them, so I don't know my feelings towards them. But I would welcome them, I think. Ibby asks, are you a real duelist in life, and what deck do you run? I am not a real duelist in real life, and I don't have any Yu-Gi-Oh cards IRL, sadly. I would love to start collecting them again, though. Oh, so I'm going to be able to... How do you say anemone? Anemone? No, anemone. I can say that perfectly. Abivanov? You're making it a little tough on me. I'm sorry. I can say anemone perfectly, I think. But your name, my pronunciation game has gone off kilter. I do apologize. Gitlight asks, how much of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime series have you watched? Also dubbed or subbed? I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh. I've watched maybe 2 episodes of GX, and I don't know anything about it. I've watched all 5 seasons of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Twice, maybe 3 times, and dubbed. I do want to go over it in subbed sometime. I know it's on Crunchyroll, but I'm a dubbed man. I just enjoy Joey's voice so much. Yogi asks, did you go to college? Yes. If you did, what did you major? I majored in skipping. A lot. Most watched type of porn. Probably... It's been a long time. Not a long time. It's been a while. Not a category, but I guess blonde or blowjobs. Probably the type of porn that I'm really into. Wink. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? I mean, if time travel is as you know, if that was a superpower, probably time travel. But I feel like that's too OP, so I would just go with teleportation. It would be just so fantastic. If you had to be trapped in a video game, a book, and a show, which ones would you want to be trapped in? I don't care if I died. Book, Game of Thrones. Video game, probably Kingdom Hearts. I love Disney. I love Final Fantasy. Put them together, I could be Sora's best friend. And a show, I mean, Game of Thrones again? No, if I was stuck in a TV show, Rick and Morty would be fun. Just, can I be like someone that doesn't die? I love Rick and Morty. Trip and Morty. Oh my goodness. I love waffles. Of course. Jesse Miller, thank you. I freaking love waffles. That's actually what I had for breakfast today. Burak asks, I don't know if it's been asked, but have you ever played Hearthstone? I have never played Hearthstone. Do you want to be a Twitch streamer, or are you? And I would watch you, I guess, Kappa. I've streamed once for Duel Links, and I will probably be doing a weekly Twitch stream in the coming months once I get my new job and get settled in, because I know training hours are different than my regular hours. But I don't want to be a Twitch streamer, but I will stream because it's fun. Oh, I like these questions. Gosian asks, in your opinion, what's the best card in the game? Not just stats, rarity, how hard it is to summon, or what effect it does, things like that. Not just stats. Mirwall and Rear Yoku are both like the 2 top tier cards that come to mind. Splitting, basically doing damage whatever attack stat you have, Rear Yoku can do, and then saving all of your monsters and preventing your opponent from attacking if their attack isn't high enough. Mirwall can do that for you, and that's so perfect. Alex asks, favorite video games growing up? My first memory of gaming is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So that holds a big, like, growing up, Sega and Super Nintendo. So I'm just going to list them off. And the story time is for another time, another Q&A. But Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Toe Jam and Earl, Dynamite Heady. I played The Link to the Past, Mega Man X, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. I played a lot of Smash Bros. Growing up, like on the NES, on the N64, Super Mario 64, Mega Man 64. I didn't have a PlayStation until after Mega Man Legends came out, so I'm a Mega Man 64 kind of guy. Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, the list goes on. What do you use to style your hair, Josh asks. I use Axe Matte Styling Gel. You can get it at your local Target for probably around $7.99. Oh, I'm stepping on cords. Christian. Yes. I'm just gonna answer. Yes, I can say it. I say it for in fun as a comedic relief. I would never say it to literally anyone. I know people use it as a term of endearment, as friendship, but people also use it as a term of hate. And I don't want to ever have it construed that I've used the N-word out of hate, and when it never was. Like, out of context, people can make you say anything. So, to answer your question, yes, I can. I'm just not going to read it out loud. Irene Crinsum X, can you duel me on Duel Links? Also, could you do a video where you duel subscribers? Yes, and yes, when I do duels with subscribers. Like I said, I just need time. This is one of the questions I said at the beginning I was probably going to skip. Jason asks, what's your address? No. That's just a no. Elite Gamer, how did you become a Steelers fan? My wife got me hopping on the bandwagon, basically. Sanji Cook, probably a One Piece reference. Who is your favorite character in Yu-Gi-Oh! And why? Duke Devlin, devilishly good looking man, and he's got dice. He can freaking roll them dice any day he wants, if you know what I mean. Yellow Mamba asks, are you a sports fan? If so, what sports and what teams? And have you ever played sports? Grew up playing baseball. My friend taught me soccer. And I think that's it. I play football every once in a while, but I get hurt, so I don't like playing football. I'm a sports fan. Minnesota Vikings, Minnesota Wild, which are killing it. Oh my goodness, just killing it. The Steelers. I'm a fan of most football teams. I just have preferences over them. Minnesota Twins? I guess I like the Pittsburgh Pirates a little bit more than the Minnesota Twins, honestly. Trevor Alexander asks, will you add me on Duel Links? Maybe one day, my friend. Maybe one day. Christopher Trout asks, if you could meet anyone that has ever lived or is currently living and were able to speak to them for 5 minutes, who would you talk to? I mean, you wouldn't bring my friend back, so I probably wouldn't waste it on him because I already know everything about that man. But if I was able to talk to anyone who has ever lived, it's gonna sound a little cheesy, I think, but I'd like to, and he's not even a big YouTuber. He's a big YouTuber. I'd like to talk to Northern Lion. He seems like a cynical bastard that I would get along with 100%. I would definitely like to have a 5-minute conversation with him. Darkstorm asks, oh my, when are you going to open Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon booster packets? IRL, maybe someday. In-game, probably in a couple weeks when new ones are released. I don't know if I'll be playing Pokemon Duel anymore. Oh, excuse me. Just go back up here. Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Card? Valuable Yu-Gi-Oh! Card probably was Gate Guardian. And lastly, when are you going to reach 1 million subs, though? You deserve it. At this rate, a couple years, which I'm completely fine with. Minspire asks, how old are you? You look 18? Add a 6 to that. Oh, we're already getting up to the top. Holy cow, guys, we're almost done. What is your favorite anime? We've asked, are you icy? Jerry Navajo, is that racist? Oh my goodness, it's bedtime. Jerry, how you doing, man? I apologize. RCSS, are you icy? Ice is my favorite element, if that's what you're asking. Moshi asks, wife face cam. Also, can you please make a stage 15 to 30 warrior deck? Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I could probably do that. I can probably do that one of these days. I'll have to. Wife face cam, no. But yes, I can do the warrior deck, probably. Hey, there I am. How old are you? And what national are you? Big fan. You know how old I am? And you know I'm Filipino-American. Oh, Roy, David Vong, thank you for your question, by the way. What's your earliest memory of your first Yu-Gi-Oh experience? Walking into a Shinders and getting packs with my mom, definitely. What did you go to school for? Skipping class. How did you meet your wife, and how long after did you know you're in love? I've already explained that. How was the first date? That's a good question. We went to the local mall, and I started off by saying, hey, you want to see my DDR skills? Played DDR in front of her, and then we got some Caribou coffee, and that was great. And then we just talked, and she grabbed my hand, we held hands, and then we gave each other a lovely lip lock, and the first date went good. I made her laugh. That's all. I want to make her laugh every day for the rest of my life, so I'm keeping the streak going. I'm almost 8 years in, kind of. And for video's sake, to pronounce my... Oh my goodness, thank you. And for video's sake, to pronounce my username, it is this, Zik Xroy. You can say Zik like you were saying sick, but with a Z. So is it Zik Xroy or Zik Xroy? I don't... It's the same thing. I just said the same thing twice. Zik Xroy, thank you for your question. And thank you for the pronunciation. He knows I'm really bad at pronouncing stuff. Robin Arrow asks, how would you feel if Mirror Force, Trap Hole, and Magic Cylinder came to the duel? I know what Mirror Force does. Trap Hole and Magic Cylinder, I think I remember what Magic Cylinder does. I don't remember what Trap Hole does, but I feel like the game will change once we get there. I would like to see it. So definitely I would like Mirror Force one day, please. Zala asks, how tall are you? I'm 5'8". I was going to say 5'9", but that's with shoes on. 5'8". Ant asks, how long do you play a day? Maybe 2 to 3 hours. The KC tournament, if it's like you have to win a certain amount of times, I'll probably be playing like 8 hours a day. I got to get that. Got to win some cards and some prizes. And what features would you like to see added into Duel Links in the future? I talk about this in a future Road to King of Games episode, but I'd like to see Yugi's grandpa Solomon added into the game. Shoddy, I'd like to see him added in the game. Maybe Tristan. And I don't think Joey's sister ever duels, but Joey's sister maybe? I'd like to see more characters added after Yami, Bakura, and Merrick. Anime Torres, how long have you had Bella? I've had her for a week and a day. So 8 days. Izami says just she's cute. Okay, there you go. Oh, here we go. What's your duelist ID? You'll get that when I do viewer duelist duels, or subscriber duels almost. Does your wife play Duel Links? No, she's not a big fan of Duel Links. She has played other mobile games, and we play Call of Duty and Pokemon Go together. Those are the only 2 games we play right now. And you know my all-time favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card. Adrian asks, do you think a prestige option for character leveling would help with the lack of gems in late game, as well as those who just waste experience on maxed out characters? I think a prestige option I think that's a great idea, first of all, but I think that it should probably wait. It should have to wait until you've leveled everyone to level 30. Then I think you should prestige everyone, and you could get more gems at a slower rate, but another level 30 character would pay off with maybe a lot of gems. Something like that. Mike asks, favorite shows watching growing up? Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z. Pokemon I grew up on, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z. I grew up on Yu Yu Hakusho. Samurai Jack. I grew up on cartoons, but I also like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Full House I used to watch. Those are great shows. Just great shows. And the last question, Jesse, have you ever seen abridged Yu-Gi-Oh? No, I haven't. Is that something I should watch? Because maybe I will watch it. We did it. We hit every question. If you enjoyed this video, thank you. I'm glad you made it through the entire freaking video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We may do another Q&A in the future, but very far off in the future, very likely. My voice has gone to horse hockey, and I'm ready to go to bed. So once again, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, have I already said this? It's probably bedtime, guys. Thank you for all the questions, is what I should say. If you enjoyed learning about me, share this with your friends because they may enjoy learning about me as well, I guess. Bye!